Okay, now we're ready.
Here we go.
I found a love
It's spelled right. Yes.
for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl. Beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. We were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I wouldn't
We gather as a community of family and friends and feel ripples of excitement and tremors of joy as we celebrate the marriage of Brent and Lori. God has created a world of harmony. Soaring birds, towering trees, brisk wind, animals of all kinds, each unique, each in relationship and harmony with the others. God's first gift was breathing life into humans and turning us toward each other to live in equality and unity. Brent and Lori have come here to affirm their love for each other and enter into this sacred union. Marriage is a gift. Marriage is an opportunity for love to be learned. Marriage is a journey in which we as the travelers are faced with many choices and responsible for these choices. Marriage is a call to servanthood. Marriage is a call to friendship. Marriage is a call to suffering. Marriage is not an event but a way of life. Marriage involves intimacy in all areas for it to be fulfilling. Today, Brent and Lori, you come together bringing all of you to this marriage, all of your wonderful parts, all of your hurts and pains. You especially bring today all of your hopes and dreams for this marriage. In preparing for today, Lori, Brent shared that I knew you're the one for me because our connection has always been about trust. And I've never doubted that from the time when we were kids in school until now. I've never felt so accepted, loved, and appreciated by anyone else in my life. You're perfect for me because you're devoted, trusting, loving, and we laugh and admire and protect. And Brent, Lori shared, I knew you were the one for me because we clicked from the day we met when we were 10. We've always been in love. We just recently figured it all out. You're perfect for me because I love you unconditionally and completely. I love your kids too. We're our authentic selves when we're together. You both have tremendous faith in each other as you trust your future to the other's care. You have excellent reasons for believing you belong together, but you have no guarantees. Instead, you stand together about to accept on faith the challenge of creating the future together. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. You marry in faith that God has called you to live as one. You promise to be faithful to one another in big things as well as small. Your constant faith in each other will give form and substance to beautiful hopes you have for your future. Faith is a conviction of things not seen. Unless you're an unusual couple, at times your marriage won't look anything like the vision you celebrate today. You may not feel much evidence of the love you now feel so keenly. At such a time, remember this moment. Remember the hopes and dreams that have been entrusted to your care. Marriage begins with a leap of faith that says, I will, before an unknown and unknowable future. Marriage is about being full of faith or faithful to one another. Faithfulness respects each other's ideas and feelings, keeps each other's secrets, guards each other's dignity, and honors each other in public and in private. Faithfulness is built from 10,000 minute acts of trust and trustworthiness. In such faith, you'll find the fulfillment of all the hopes and dreams you have today. May God bless you both. Amen. Robert and Lori, have you come here freely? Brent and Lori, have you come here freely without reservation to join together lawfully in marriage? If so, say, I have.
I have.
Before God and family and friends, ask you to affirm your vows to each other as you enter into this covenant of marriage. Begin to share all the joys of this new relationship, whatever the future may hold. Brent, repeat after me. I, Brent,
I, Brent,
take you, Lori,
take you, Lori,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
so long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
And Lori, repeat after me. I, Lori,
I, Lori,
take you, Brent,
take you, Brent,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
so long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
May I have the rings? These rings are an outward and visible sign of invisible truth which binds two hearts in one. As such, they are the symbols of the enduring and unending quality of the love which is now expressed between Brent and Lori. Lori,
Lori,
this ring
this ring
is a sign
is a sign
of my love and faithfulness.
of my love and faithfulness.
Lori, repeat after me. Brent,
Brent,
this ring
this ring
is a sign
is a sign
of my love and
of
faithfulness.
my love and faithfulness. Big knuckle.
Hold each other's
Oh.
hands. Look lovingly into each other's eyes. Ignore me. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, tears of joy. These are the hands that will help you hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Each of the kids have a
Want to start with F? You're not gonna go first? Okay. When you've reached a certain point in your life, there are people out there who sit, waiting, wanting you to see you fall. Rather than let gravity take you down, sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about but don't deal in lies, or being hated but don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, twisted by knives to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stop and build them with a worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it in one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again and at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinner to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
This is the lyrics of the song Heart of Chambers by Beach House. In your heart of chambers, where you sit, with your picture books and your ancient wit, in the nook that I found you, old and tired, would you be the one to carry me? I'd like to be someone you could finally learn to love again. Made our iron bedside, cold as graves, that we stoke the organs that make up the grace, and they've conjured spirits to make you smile. Would you be my longtime baby? I'd like to be someone you could finally learn to. We put our walls down at the sides. Let's take the time to mend these smiles. Together we could make it home. Love is a prize. Live our own lives. In our beds where the lucky ones fill us with sun. In our beds where the lucky ones fill us with the sun.
She walks in beauty like the night. of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright, meeting her aspect of her eyes, thus mellow to that tender light, which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace, which waves in every raven trees, or softly lidden o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express, how pure, how dear their dwelling place. On that cheek, and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smile that wins, the tint that glows, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
1 Corinthians 13:4-8 says, "Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends." Please join me for a prayer blessing over their marriage. God in heaven, you ordained marriage for your children, and you gave us love. We present to you Brent and Lori, who've come this day to be married. May the covenant of love they may be blessed with true devotion and spiritual commitment. We thank you for giving them strength and courage to keep their vows. Thank you for helping them to create for their family a peaceful, stable home of love as a foundation on which they can build their lives. When selfishness shows itself, grant generosity. When mistrust is a temptation, give moral strength. When there's misunderstanding, give patience and gentleness. When suffering becomes a part of their lives, give them a strong faith and abiding love. Amen. Brent and Lori, in the future, happy occasions will come as surely as the morning, difficult times as surely as the night. To say the words love and compassion is easy, but to accept that love and compassion are built upon patience and perseverance is not easy. Brent and Lori, inasmuch as you've declared your willingness to enter the state of marriage with each other and declared the same in the company of God and these witnesses, by the birch authority vested me as ordained minister by the state of Florida, I pronounce you husband and wife, united in the pure and holy bonds of wedlock. What God has joined, let no one separate. Go forth in this life as husband and wife with the blessing of God. Be loving, patient, and kind, and above all, forgive one another as God has forgiven you. It's my pleasure to introduce to you all for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Brent Spelder. Brent, you kiss your bride.
Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah, that was good.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.